Serious, what scares you the most about yourself? The fact that, when I really sit down and think about it, I can't really see the point to life. Not in a suicidal way, it just seems like in the grand scheme of things everything I do is insignificant and unremarkable and will be forgotten. I have no idea what I'm going to do with my life, I have no drive or inspiration to do anything. I've always been jealous of those kids who knew exactly what they wanted to be when they grow up and then achieved that goal. Edit. Thanks so much for the silver. Unsuccessful and lazy, have ego yet feel inferior to everyone. I'm withdrawing from my friends. I'm afraid that it will be only a matter of time before they decide that I've moved on from them and then move on from me. Apathy. I have my dream job and my life is much better than it used to be on paper, but I struggle to drag myself out of bed some days. I'm lazy. I have friends, we go out together, I have fun with them. But every time I have to go out it's almost a chore, even though I know I will have fun. It's as if I live in the moment and don't want to leave what was entertaining me. Be it my PC or phone or whatever, I know it's better for me to go out, but the lazy part of me says, do we really have to go? I hate this feeling. I hate being friends with someone I don't feel like going out with just because of my laziness. Without my medication, I can die within days from horrible internal bleeding, which is super painful. Without my medication, I would literally be dead. So I need to be sure to identify internal bleeding immediately and treat it. BTW, I have to stab myself with a needle into a vein to get the medication into my system. Many without the medication can die from a badly cut tongue. The way I adapt my persona to the person I'm speaking to. I subconsciously pick up on details and feelings and immediately change my whole demeanor to make the good side of people so they think well of me and it gets harder for them to deny me. I only realized when a friend mentioned it, and I've had to go on a whole self-discovery because I then realized I don't know who I am, just who I am to others. Lack of direction. How little I feel things, especially happy or joyful things. I can't remember the last time I was actually excited about something. I compare it to a really watered-down drink. I know there's alcohol in there, but I can barely taste it. I also don't really get angry and forgive and forget pretty quickly, and I can only be angry or sad if I'm alone and away from other people. However, I pick up other people's emotions really easily, and their emotions will affect me more than my own. I often wonder what's wrong with me. Edit. It's comforting to realize I'm not alone. Edit 2. For those suggesting depression, I have been treated for it in the past, but with CBT I've been able to control it, unmedicated for about 7 years now. I recognize my cycles and spirals, and I'm able to pull myself out of them. I have talked to therapists about it. One therapist thinks I have difficulty expressing emotions and find it easier to follow someone else's lead. Stems from being a shy and awkward kid. Another, more spiritual, therapist says I'm a pretty strong empath and I repress my own emotions because they're overwhelming on top of everyone else's emotions. Negative emotions require more processing than positive ones, so I feel them more strongly because I have to process and let them go. I'm sure the answer is somewhere between the two. The ability to lie without skipping a beat. It's scary how easy it is. My laziness being literally so bad that even though I'm aware of it, that the sound of improving sounds tiring to me. My occasional homicidal thoughts. I'm an addict. I've been off of opiates for almost 3 years and have been totally clean for a little over a year. I haven't had so much consecutive clean time in around 8 years, and I feel amazing. I have absolutely no desire to use or to drink, but I know that I'm by no means out of the woods and that people relapse even after significant periods of clean time. I just want to have a successful, sober, amazing life, and I'm scared that somewhere down the road I'll relapse. Lack of motivation. My lack of confidence holds me back from doing anything. How little I care about anything. How much alcohol I have to drink to express any emotion. The fact that I can suddenly and instantaneously remove any emotion from my thoughts or actions. Too empathetic. Makes me a danger to myself. How easily I lose interest in people. I'm not someone who just dumps others, but it's like the second they fuck up I'm a goner. I am 100% sure I will end my own life. I've come to terms with it, I've accepted it. Life has become something to endure. It's a matter of how many seconds, minutes, and hours I can last before one more second is one too many. I'm alright with that. I've had a decent life. Some people are stronger than others. Some can endure what others cannot. I will be strong for as long as I can hold on. It does scare me. But I've come to accept it. Death itself doesn't scare me. It's more what I've become. Hold on to the ones you love. Sometimes I am not able to notice things that other people easily can in terms of being socially acceptable. I can easily be accidentally offensive or insensitive without realizing it, even after I am told what I did wrong. Some things I do that are wrong to the majority don't make sense to me. It's definitely gotten me into arguments with my family and my boyfriend. My explosive rage. Honestly, my mood swings. I never learned how to manage my anger as a kid and was punished every time I broke one of my hand-me-down toys. Or if I even just looked upset. As an adult, it's even more upsetting because I'm supposed to know by now how to control myself. Sometimes I'll get so angry that my vision starts shifting around. My instinct is to have something at the ready to say based on my emotions, but I bottle all of it up until it's too much to bear. I don't say how I feel because I know it'll be the wrong thing to do. It's also why I'm antisocial within the past 5 years. But the few times I've tried to talk about what's bothering me, I get told you brought this on yourself, you deserve this treatment. Or I'll get just let it go. Now I'm on medication, but it's only the first week and all I've noticed is that I have more energy. More energy to be upset or in my own thoughts. And I hate it. I hate myself. I hate where I'm at in life. I hate it all. I really honestly just hate each and every day of my goddamn life. Fuck. Edit. Thank you, everyone, for all the replies. This is the most support that I've had since being a member on Reddit, and it's really appreciated. You've all given some really great advice, and I'm definitely going to put it to use today. Thank you so much, everyone. My dissociative tendencies. I cannot bring myself to talk to other people sometimes. I've missed out on giving important information to others just because I'm too nervous to go up to them. To think that I may ruin some important aspect of my life because of this. I haven't been in a serious relationship for more than 4 years. I am 24 now, and I am scared I won't marry anyone ever. That I am a little too okay with being alone just seems weird compared to how most of the people I know are. They get lonely easy, makes me feel like I might be broken or something. My dark thoughts. I wouldn't be able to be my true self in a relationship. I can't tell if I'm slightly narcissistic or if I'm actually mostly surrounded by morons. Maybe both. My mind. I have OCD, actual OCD, I've been diagnosed, and social anxiety, and I'm worried I am going to literally tear myself apart out of fear with no way out, especially now since I'm at a really stressful time in my life. I don't know what I'm capable of or how far I'll go to get some peace and quiet. And it doesn't help that my doctor refuses to let me see a therapist. Since I asked this question, I'll answer. My fear of being chained down. Just the thought of not being able to live my life the way I want is something that has always scared me. I don't want kids, the idea of having children is disgusting to me. I'm happy when others have children, but I can't ever feel that happiness for myself. If I could, I would pay $1,000 plus to be sterilized. My desire to not have children is so great that when someone asks me what I would do if I get pregnant, all I could think of is have an abortion, or if I'm forced to conceive, then I'll kill myself. My fear of being chained down is so bad that I'm willing to go into debt if it meant I could leave this place. I am willing to leave my family and friends behind. My family is loving and so supportive, but they've always had restraints on me because I am a female in a man-run culture. Even my younger brother has noticed my fear. When I told him that I wanted to go to college in another state, he said he wouldn't be surprised if I abandoned the entire family and disappeared. It has only been a couple of months since I even considered the possibility of dating. I love my freedom and my way to live. I don't want to have to fix the way I live to accommodate others, even if it sounds terrible. I have spent all my life doing it and I'm sick of it. I've always been told to accommodate for men, for elders, children, spouses, friends, and family, but not once have I ever been told to live my life. If I can't have my freedom, then I see no point in living anymore. I was a wingless bird that wasn't living but was existing. Now I have wings and I'm flying higher and further than before, and no one can stop me. Yet, at the same time, I'm afraid of hurting others and scare myself at the lengths I am willing to go. I don't recognize the person I see in the mirror. I don't know whether I should be happy or scared. That I'm a piece of shit and I hurt people I love. If I have one drink, I will inevitably lose an indeterminate number of days. The last time I drank it was 6 days that are just a complete and utter black hole in my memory. I guess it's fortunate that I don't appear to do anything other than lay in bed and drink, rather than, say, driving around and running over kids or something. But it's still fucking terrifying to start drinking on Friday night and suddenly wake up the following Thursday surrounded by empty bottles. I don't drink anymore. I think I'm asexual, which means as a dude, my chances of ever finding genuine love are pretty slim. That I'll waste time doing something and miss everything, wake up at 65, wishing I had done it all different. The existential drought that leads me to make a lot of who gives a fuck decisions because ultimately, nothing matters. I cycle from this matters because I say it matters too, but why does it matter? It's meaningless quite often, and I rarely let it get the better of me. I worry it could lead me to bad irrational decisions that really affect my life, comparatively speaking, towards random day-to-day thoughts. My ability to hate. My intrusive thoughts. My brain. Schizoaffective disorder, among other things, make me question everything. I never know what's real and what isn't. I fear what I define as a separate personality. It is like my brain is constantly at war with this other controller. From the few times where the other personality took control, I fear the lack of empathy and restraint that is exhibited from this personality. It is always there, providing compulsions that I have to fight. Someone could threaten my life while being serious and I wouldn't care. I don't think I'll ever find love. Not that I'm not confident in myself, I've had girlfriends and stuff like that, but after a few months in a relationship I always find something I dislike. I don't think there's a perfect person out there for me, and if there is, I probably won't find them.